Hey YouTube! I thought while I had some extra time, I'd do the M&Ms. M&Ms of indie vinyl. Thanks for humoring my 7-inch and cassette tape interlude. But now we're back. We're back to the big boys, 12-inch records. And we got some good ones here. I'm excited about this. We've got Laura Marling to start. If you guys aren't familiar, you guys and gals aren't familiar, fantastic songwriter. I think she was about 18 when this record came out, 18 or 19. I don't know, either way, maybe older, but she was young. This is a 2012 repress of the 2008 release on Ribbon Records, or Ribbon Music. Sorry. Yeah, it's just really good. Such strong songwriting, fantastic voice, great, finger picking, all that good stuff. But it's really good. Loosely associated with the Mumford & Sons scene, which I just loathe. This stands apart. It really does. I'm not going to go on about the Mumford & Sons, but yeah. They're fakes. They're phonies, said Holden Caulfield. Alright, so we got Mazarin, Watch It Happen, on Rocket Girl. This is 2000. Philly bedroom pop. The songs Wheats and Deed to Drugs are just some of the best indie pop songs of the early 2000s, for sure. I showed a Rocket Girl compilation on my CD Love video, and Wheats was one of the tracks on there by Mazarin. And that sold me. Their stuff's really hard to find, and I know their other stuff is actually really great as well. But this is the album that sold me, and I had to import this, so it took me a while to find. And I don't know. I'm on the lookout for their other ones, but at the moment, Watch It Happen 2000. Highly recommended. Mika Chu, some tracks with the Shapes, some tracks just by herself. As you can see, it's all labeled there. 2009 Rough Trade Records, excellent. Her songwriting is abrasive, yet very poppy. And, as confrontational I think as some of these sounds are on this record, this is actually, to me, very twee. Fantastic record, very inventive, and I'm not one to just give points solely for creativity. Maybe for the Dirty Projectors, I give them points for just being creative. Give them a gold star for trying. But this is just truly, truly fascinating songwriting, as well as the follow-up, which took forever to come out. It came out in 2012, and I mentioned this record in my response to Adam's 500 subs contest. This is also Rough Trade. Amazing record. I'm not going to go into too much about it because I kind of already went on and on, but this is as abrasive as you can get, yet still managing to be pop. Just worth checking out, guys. This album's a 10 for me, man. The Boxers. The Boxers. This is the National Boxer. I'm coming down from all the caffeine in my previous video. Excellent songwriting, excellent production, everything. My one beef with the National is they need to learn how to end a song. Other than that, just a great record. The record before this, Alligator, is also great. Most people I talk to, that's their favorite National record. Their next record, unfortunately, to me, this is, aside from a couple of songs, this is mostly a dud. Pretty boring. Once again, it very much suffers from not knowing how to end a song. It just kind of just kind of fall apart. Great packaging. I mean, look how much room this takes up. I think they might be overcompensating, maybe a little bit. I mean, to be honest, I would sell this if Catherine wasn't such a big fan of it. I would have traded it for something more awesome already. This next one's very special, very near and dear to my heart. My friend Justin Flythe started a band, not really a band, a project called Nieces and Nephews. And here's the record. Whoops, the sticker on here, I don't think you can read it. It says, Nieces and Nephews Seabirds back with Cassius Orange soon. Limited edition split 12-inch lathe cut on clear vinyl with additional album art screen printed on B-side. Dig Up Tapes is a regional label that put this out. They primarily do cassettes. I think they've done one CD, all cassettes, and then this is their only LP, or their only 12-inch record. And Justin Flythe, several years ago, was diagnosed with lymphoma. I'm just going to show off the art while I talk. He was diagnosed with lymphoma and basically made an album, an incredibly gorgeous album, from his hospital bed. And you can hear the ventilation machines in the background and just introspective, brooding synth. It's almost like a synthy shoegaze. Like there's a lot of bending and modulation, slow modulation of the chords, and the vocals are very affected. Look at this. This is beautiful. So Justin had been sending me the tracks while he was making them, asking for my input and stuff, and I've just been a huge champion of this stuff. And so when it finally came time for this stuff to be released, I was just so ecstatic. Showed up one day with this album in his hands as a present because if I can find it, yeah, there's only 19 copies. One obviously for Justin, so there were 20 copies. But there were only 19 copies released of this particular single. They released his album on cassette tape, and this is just the single. And man, this is one of the most special items in my collection for sure. Absolutely, it just means so much to me. The extra track by Cassius Orange is also very good. When this was released, they were seeing each other, and by the way, Justin Flythe is 100% better. He was young and strong and able to fight through a lot of it. But Cassius Orange, they dated for a brief time. When that happened, they put this out. They were going to go on tour together. Fell apart before that happened. Young love, right? Anyway, so love that. Just love that. Neutral Milk Hotel. I'm guessing no indie collection is complete without it. I think 97. This album came out on Merge. I haven't listened to this in a very long time, but it was, one of my first pickups when I got back into vinyl because, just a total classic. Unbelievable album. And not much to be said that hasn't been said already. Great release. This record, man, I blew this up when it came out. New Pornographer's Electric Version. This is 2003 Matador. Mass Romantic I got into after the previous album. It's unbelievable how much craft is in this, and it's not like some boring, like when you see I don't know, some albums are just too crafty and they have no heart. This is just a blast to listen to. Unbelievable album. And fortunately a lot of these people have gone on to have great careers. Obviously, Carl Newman, AC Newman, Nico Case, Dan Bayar, is that how you say his name? Obviously, Destroyer. Not familiar with any of the other projects, but this record's just stacked with talent and is just a total blast to listen to. Might be too sugary for some, not for me. Love it. As long as you're not expecting to have your life changed by it, I think you'll be fine. This is the last record, Nobody, and Mystic Chords of Memory, Tree Colored Sea. This is a great album. 2006, Mush Records. Mystic Chords of Memory, the side project, I guess, of the lead singer of Beachwood Sparks, whose name I'm forgetting right now. After he quit Beachwood Sparks, before they reunited, obviously, he started making home recordings as Mystic Chords of Memory. with gosh, what's her name? Jin Cohen from the Isler Set, a band I've shown in the indie series, and you know, they teamed up with Nobody, hip hop producer. This is like hip hop psychedelic folk, dope record. I mean, this is chill, fantastic to listen to. Obviously, Beachwood Sparks eventually got back together. They had a record that came out this year that I haven't listened to. I have Once We Were Trees. Had Once We Were Trees. It's the first time I've sold an album that I had at one point liked and at another point did not like, and I've since regretted it. And now, you know, if I've ever liked it, I'm gonna do my best not to sell it. So that's the only instance of that happening. But that's it for the indie vinyl. M and M's. Y'all take it easy.